some tattoos. This would go good with this shirt. But anyways, yeah, I want to talk with the Fabula Crystallis Novias and why I think it exists in Final Fantasy 15. And it's December 4th, so we should get some new updates for Comrades. Oh yeah, look at this. I love H&M clothing. It's always comfortable. Their clothing's always comfortable. Loose fitting clothing with slim fitting jeans where it's loose fitting but it looks like skinny jeans. Oh, excuse me. I had tacos for dinner. But anyways, I think the Fabula Crystallis Novia exists in 15 for multiple reasons. And if anyone's here to want to know why I think it exists, I'll tell you. You know, for anyone who wants to know why I still think it exists. You know. You could change the titles of stuff, but you can't change original concept of what some things used to be. Even if you change it around, if it makes sense. First, every time Noctis summons, notice his eyes get red. When a Fal'Cie gets ready, when a L'Cie gets ready to use his or her power, their eyes turn red. And a L'Cie is the only one who can use summons in the Fabula Crystallis Novia. Noctis can use summons. So, that should tell you something. He is a L'Cie. No doubt. And if you notice, the Niflheim Empire are the bad guys, and they were white. You know what else wears white? The Sanctum in Final Fantasy 13, the Militescent Empire and Final Fantasy Type 0, all white wearing bad guys. Matter of fact, I'm wearing a Niflheim suit right now. My character's wearing a Niflheim suit right there. You see that white? Well, except I re-edited it, but they usually were white, you know. Well, they don't look like there's many updates.
Any bright ideas?
Man, I got it to 7,000, but I guess I could do quests until then.
You're the talk.
Here, have a look. Good luck to you.
I don't care what anyone says, it still exists. It still exists. You better believe it still exists in the game. You know. Thinking about training. Just train with Ignis since the episode Ignis is gonna come out.
Give it your all. I'm ready when you are.
But what I'm saying is I'm not lying about it. You know, they just Tabitha just changed the words and text and pretext. Anyone can do that. Anyone. You could change the source material. You could retcon stuff. Matter of fact, the Final Fantasy VII Remake is retconning what Final Fantasy VII originally was. It's not too hard to retcon anything. It's not too hard to do that. You know? If I create a game with a story and I want to go back later on and recreate that game with a different kind of story, I could. But it still runs on the same entity. It's no different than comic books. You know, New 52 is nothing more than just the new versions of what the old comics were. Just changed. Changed the origin story. That's all they did with Final Fantasy 15. It's still versus 13. It's just changed. Characters are changed, their attitudes are changed, where their origin is, you know, but it's still the same thing. And if you didn't want to have Fabula, Crystallis, Novia, how come your bad guys usually wore white? Now Arden's the only bad guy to wear black, but the rest of them wore white. The rest of the Niflheim Empire, they were white. Okay, Militestant Empire, go to Google Militestant Empire and the Sanctum from Final Fantasy 13 and Militestant Empire and Type 0. Bro, you Google those things and you look at those things, you notice the trend that the bad guys are wearing. They're wearing white. The Niflheim Empire wears white. Not to mention, Arden and Caius has kind of the same backstory. They're both impure breds that got rejected by the crystal in their respective games. Except for entirely different reasons. You know, Caius was doing it to save a friend. Arden was doing it out of jealousy, but they both were cursed with an evil entity that's inside of them, you know. They both were. You know, Caius became Chaos in Final Fantasy 13. Arden became the Star Scourge, the complete Star Scourge. Same backstories, and the fact that Arden has kind of the same-ish hair color, except maybe it's kind of what you call magenta. No, I wouldn't say magenta, but you know, a different kind of shade of purple. The fact that Arden's hair and Caius's hair are kind of purple. Now, coincidence? I think not. If you look at Type 0, you know, like I said, the bad guys were white, just like Final Fantasy 13. So 15 does come out of 13 does go into 15. I don't care what anyone says. It does go into 13. 13 goes into 15. Sorry, but it goes into 15.
Very well.
Now, Final Fantasy 16 could possibly go inside the middle. It could go possibly in the middle of... It could go in the middle of the series. Maybe. We don't know what's going to happen with that game. But we know 15 is pretty much versus 13 with changed concepts. That's all it is. It still goes under the Fabula, Crystallis, Novia because there are stereotypes of 15 that follow the Fabula, Crystallis, Novia perfectly. Perfectly. You call me a nerd, you call me a geek, you can call me whatever you want. I know what I'm talking about. Final Fantasy is something I know. And I know I'm not lying about the Fabula, Crystallis, Novia in there. But also, has anyone watched Kingsglaive? Notice there's a picture of Etro. If Final Fantasy 15 is not connected to 13, how come there's a picture of a character that is exclusively in Final Fantasy 13? Now that don't make sense. Well, we'll depart with the AI. I don't care. I'm strong enough to take him on. I made my character strong enough. I'm just saying that, you know, it does exist. So people can't just keep trying to, because I will find proof. Trust me, I will find proof. You know, I will find proof. But it's proven because it's not an entire saga that runs together. It's a saga that's at least so many years apart. It's a different story within the same universe. You know, it's like the DC multiverse, pretty much. If you really go down to it. But the concepts of l'Cie, fal'Cie, villains were white. It's the same exact thing. And if you got a god that's a machine, and in Final Fantasy 15, Bahamut looks like a machine. He may look like a dragon, but he also looks like a machine as well. So that means he's a fal'Cie. So that's pretty much my discussion on this so far. So we could talk about anything else. But that's pretty much, I'm just going to end that discussion right there. Just because I think it's important for people to hear this, so people don't just keep assuming that I'm tricking others and lying about this. I'm not. Oh, I can't get out there. Alright, whatever. I wanted to go run into Lucis. Alright, we're... Okay, I need healing. Fine, I'll take on the little ones. Just because they're in the way. Heal up. Damn, that stuff heals you up all the way. You just gotta stay away from battle, that's all there is. I figured out a faster way to heal. Okay, there's too many of them at once. Okay, I think I'm healed enough. Probably just take this one out because it's only 23. And just because the director says it's not, does not mean it's debunked. The original director was Tetsu Nomura. Tabata was only taking over the project once. What's up? What's up, Swallow? You know, just so Tetsu Nomura could focus on Kingdom Hearts 3 and Final Fantasy VII Remake. That's why he gave the project to Tabata. But still, technically this is Tetsu Nomura's game, technically. It was just, you know, past. So the fact that it is, kind of, that means his concepts make more sense in here than Tabata's. So, Fabula Crystallis Novia is in Final Fantasy 15. No questions asked. You know, you just change concepts, titles and stuff It's still the same thing. Theoretically, the world of Versus still exists, if you really think about it. It just don't exist in the form of a game, but the universe does still exist. If you really think about it. If Noctis would have went a different path, it would have turned to Versus. I still think it's that theory's still accepted. It's not debunked because Tabata says it. Tabata says this and that. He retcons the game 24/7. How does anyone know if anything in this game is real? Because he keeps retconning the game. You know? God damn it. I'm trying to see which one I can fight. Okay, that's the one I should be fighting. Alright, heal up. Well, I can't do that now. At least this has a lot of defense, though. What's up, Mr. Stu? Welcome to the stream. Alright. Shit! I'm getting my ass whooped. Oh, Lord. I'm gonna take him out. There we go. Supposed to take out the blue ones? Damn. The nut was easy. Alright, let's heal myself if I can. there's me right there.
Welcome back.
These are actually my backup spares. I lost my original glasses. This is actually my backup spares. I think the cat's
Sorry
probably
for the
snuck
wait.
my other glasses somewhere else, so I don't know where my other glasses are. Unfortunately. But I like my other glasses better because it looks stylish. This looks so-so.
It's hard to recreate the taste of home, but I make do with the seasonings I have.
Oh my god, you have no idea. You have you have no idea everything they do. One of them knocked a plant down, a $400 plant that my granny bought. You have no idea how much of a mess the kiddos are. They're a mess. Oh, they're fun to be around. The only thing is they're like kids. And people who, if one thing, if you ever get a girl knocked up and she gets pregnant and stuff like that, start babysitting some animals, because it'll show you what it's like to have kids. I tell you that. It'll show you what it's truly like to have kids. I'm telling you. Just babysit a dog, and you'll know what it's like to babysit kids. I mean, you'll understand what it's like to raise kids. Well, except kids are more expensive. That's the only difference. Is kids are more expensive because you have to get a plan for them, and insurance and all this other stuff. Then toys, food constantly, you know, etc., etc. The cost goes up. But I'm just saying, for anyone who wants to, start raising kids, take care of animals. Then you'll probably start to realize you're in over your head. And what's funny is I thought cats would be easy. I thought cats would be easier than dogs. But no, no they're not. No, they're not. Not easy at all. Even try to convince the Fabula Crystallis Novia is in Final Fantasy 15 to non-Fabula Crystallis Novia people, people's minds, it's a $3 one. It's a fashion one. This one you just wear when you're trying to do a fashion. I got it from H&M. I really didn't want to get this blue, but Poopbutt said blue looked good on me, so. And it's in my style, so. That's why I got it. You have to keep buying more weapons. How much gil do I have? I don't have that much gil, do I?
You're the talk of the town, kid. Thanks to
Okay, that's a
those
weapon
photos.
fix. That's to change my character. That's to see my photos. That's to buy weapons. I think they're gonna put a witch shop in there to boost your stats in December 4th update, and this is December 4th. But yeah, I really don't usually wear V-necks, but this one was actually something I didn't mind wearing myself. It's like, okay, all right. I don't wear it all the time. I got other clothes too, But if anyone wants to see, yeah, this is the Niflheim Empire outfit I got last time. Which is white. Look at the color. It is white. It has white in it. proof that Fabula Crystallis Novia exists because bad guys wore white. Even though my character's not a bad guy, the fact you can get the bad guys' uniforms in a multiplayer, you know, thing proves more than enough that, you know, it's connected. I'm not ever letting go of that theory. I don't care how many times it's been debunked. I'm not ever letting go of that theory.
Remind me, when are you gonna pay me for that mithril treatment? Oh no, don't tell me I forgot. Yep.
Does this? Sometimes, when he's not busy. When he's not busy.
You're the talk of the town, kid, thanks to those photos.
What's up?
I wonder if there's anything here I can buy. No, I can't buy that yet. That's Angeloid. Angelog. Yeah, he is. He is. That's why he gets very defensive when you know, he gets. That's why he sometimes gets defensive, because like, what's in here? Oh, you can't go through here because it's. I see.
Say hi to your pals.
Maybe see that there's something in the towns I could do. Look for the witch shop. There's supposed to be a witch shop that boosts your status.
This imperial lady left flowers in front.
Did you play basketball? Oh no, that's Teeler. That's Teeler. There it goes. Oh man, that's cool. Oh, that's Teeler. That's Teeler. Oh. Sorry, I got dust. This house is dusty. It's 20 years old. Actually, at this point, it's probably 35 years old. But yeah, the most controversial topic I have on YouTube is that the Fabula Crystallis Novia exists in Final Fantasy 15. I still say it does. There's proof. I'm even wearing one of the proofs right now. I'm wearing one of the bad guys' uniform. In fact, let me show you the bad guys. The bad guy's uniform. Well, was a bad guy. See, that's the Niflheim troop uniform. You see what color that one side is? White. White. Even though he's no longer a bad guy because the Niflheim Empire has been destroyed in this story mode, it still stands. And then the fact that Noctis gets red eyes, so do Lassie. I'm just not letting go of that. I'm gonna stay staunch. I'm a staunch Fabula Crystallis Novia believer. I'm a staunch. You know, it is. There's people that agree, and then there's the ones who go like, well, Tabitha said it's not in the game.
I can't say I know.
Tabitha can't take everything out of the game. When this was still Versus 13, Tetsuya Nomura was the one who worked on the original script of all this, because this was his game first. Tabitha just only produced it and made a few modified changes to get everybody into the game. That's all he did.
Take a look at our
That's all what Tabitha did. You know, sure, the game's in his name,
Hey, come again.
but still, The concepts are still there. You could change the names all day, every day. The concepts are still there. If Tabitha wanted to get rid of the Fabula, Crystallis, Novia, the Niflheim Empire would not wear white because bad guys in Fabula, Crystallis, Novias were white. They wouldn't be wearing white. The Niflheim Empire would be wearing different colors, except Arden. Arden's the only one who wears black that's part of the Niflheim Empire. But not only that, Arden and Caius have kind of the same backstory. I need to come back. I need to blow my nose. I'll be right back. I see you like the chairs. Yeah, that's a seat cover. I'll put a seat cover there. Okay, I'm trying to look for. Where's? I know there's a place where I can exchange what I have. Try to find the place where I can exchange for what I have. Damn it, chair. I didn't mean for anyone to I don't know. What do you think? Oh, what's this? Even though he's not a bad guy no more. What is this color? Oh, it can't be black or gray. What is this? What color is this man's jacket? Even though he's no longer a bad guy, he was still part of that empire. What? That's crazy. It's actually gray. Oh my god. No, it's white. Sorry, I get tilted. I guess this is why I get trolled, because I get tilted easily when it comes to that stuff. But it's one of the stereotypes of Fabula Crystallis in the game actually follows, is the bad guys wore white all the time. I'm wearing a bad guy's uniform right now, just to show you. Even though this is only because it's a multiplayer version of this game. So I can wear any outfit I want. Theoretically, I could just wear a Speedo and fight demons. If they program a Speedo. I kind of doubt they do. You know, that'd be kind of quite funny if someone actually made a character with a Speedo on, fighting demons. That'd be funny. Or if someone made Sexy Vegan from The Dr. Phil. Ooh, I'm sexy vegan. Oh, yeah, I look good. Do yours? No. No. I'm sorry. I wore regular swim trunks. I'm not doing. I don't fucks with Speedos. I mean, the only time I would ever do a Speedo is if my girlfriend, if it turns any girlfriend, the girlfriend on. Well, if it turns the girl that I'm with on, you know, that'd be the only time I put a Speedo on. Otherwise, I don't do Speedos. I don't do it personally. And it's not the fact that I don't have the body for it. I mean, that's partially it. But I think it's also the fact that I just don't feel comfortable wearing one. Come on. I hate how the loading screen is so slow. Like this. Okay, there it is. Yeah.
Welcome.
Yeah, sure. Is she?
Thank you kindly.
Is she going? Is she getting out of work now? Okay. Well, I'm gonna have to cut the stream short. So may the crystal be with you. Thank you for coming on my stream. Emergency just came up. Okay.